So I want to talk about something that came up in my life today, and it has to do with going into this new year. As you guys are setting your goals for 2025, this is going to be very useful for that, because the most important thing with your goals is not even necessarily the content and what makes up your goals and what you're aiming for, but the level at which you're aiming. You need to make sure that you're aiming high enough. Let me give my example for today. So basically, we got about like five days left in the year, and my goal this year was to read 12 books. I've probably never read 12 books in my life. I don't think even for school. Maybe like Magic Treehouse or whatever bullshit little books when I was a kid. But I've never read like that many books, so it seemed like a big goal, right? That's one per month. I'd never done that before. But this past August, I think it was like August 7th, something like that, beginning of August, I hit 11 books. 11 out of 12. And I am scrambling to finish my last book, and it is almost the new year. So the past 4 months, I've read 100 pages of my last final book. Like, what happened, right? I didn't set my goals high enough for that particular goal. I could have easily probably done at least 18. Maybe 24, which 24 is going to be my goal for this next year, 24 books, but that's besides the point. The main concept that I want you guys to take home from this, setting your goals high enough. Make sure it's good to have goals, right? Everyone says, like, if you don't have goals, if you don't have a vision, how are you going to know where to go? You're never going to be successful if you don't have goals laid out. And writing out your goals makes you so much more likely to achieve them, right? All the basic principles and everything of goal setting. But the thing that you need to realize is sometimes the goals that you set can limit you. Like I did myself this year. If I hadn't have set my goal at 12 books, if I would have done 24 this year, maybe I wouldn't have hit 24, but I know damn well I would have done at least 18. And 18 is better than scrambling to get 12 on the last week of the year. So for my fitness crowd watching this, which that's what I'm trying to grow. I know I was talking about more business videos the past few weeks, but I want to grow more on the fitness side, fitness mindset, getting your fitness goals, right? How can you apply this to that? Well, for your physique, that's kind of a not really tangible goal. Like, you can't write down, you can't draw a picture of yourself. Maybe you can if you're a good artist, but most of you probably can't, right? You could use pictures for inspo, I guess, but you're gonna set like weight targets. If you're bulking, maybe you want to cut. I particularly am familiar with bulking because I was so skinny growing up, and I'm sure many of you were as well. But so maybe you have like a weight set for bulking. Maybe you have strength. Maybe you want to hit a certain amount on bench, squat, deadlift, right? The basic 3. Maybe you have these numbers. Be careful that you're not limiting yourself. This past year, one of my goals, it was either to do like a running goal, related goal, or get back in the gym, right? Because I'd done it here and there. And my goal for that was weigh 145. So 2 months ago, I guess it is now, I weighed like 129, 128 something, and now I weigh 142. Within like 2 months I gained 13 pounds. Now, I'm not saying that's healthy. I was like very depleted because I was not eating enough at all. I was really focused on like my old bounce house business back then. So I was burning tons of calories, putting in tons of work, and not really taking care of my nutrients, my body, stuff like that. Besides the point again, I keep going on these side notes. But hopefully you guys are following for your own goals as well, and how you can set the bar high enough, because I want to give you guys some good value. So I set my goal this year at 145, and I'm going to try to get it because I just started taking creatine again, so I just want to knock it off. So it's not really healthy to gain that much weight that quickly. Besides the point, though, I could have set my goal for this year at like weigh 155, and then I wouldn't have started 2 months ago. I would have been doing it throughout the whole year. I would have been lifting throughout the whole year. but I didn't. I just got back into lifting as of recently, like consistently. I always did it here and there ever since my first transformation that I did years ago. But I'm like serious about it again for the past few months. But I feel like I wasted most of the year. Like I didn't start until whatever, October or whatever. What happened to those first 9 months? They're just gone because my goal wasn't high enough. Because I'm about to hit 145 body weight within a couple of months' time. So be careful when you guys are starting or setting your goals for 2025. I'm hammering in the topic of like goals for 2025 and goal setting in a lot of my recent videos right now because it's such a prominent topic right now, because I hope that we are all making our goals, right? So what did I learn from this past year in relation to goal setting, and what can you guys take from this video? Setting your goals high enough, that's for sure. This year, I'm gonna probably go for 160 body weight, which is just another 15 pounds gained a week, get to 160. Then I'm gonna cut, not really gonna have an exact number in mind, just kind of go for a while, get a sick physique for summer. And then I got some other goals related to like fitness coaching that I'm doing, my online fitness coaching. I wanna transform 50 clients' lives because, and the thing about that goal is that holds so much more weight and is so much more powerful of a goal than any goal that I've ever had before, because it's other people. It's changing other people's lives. They're the course of their lives by transforming their fitness and their physique and making them healthy and get the dream body that they've always wanted. That's going to change everything about their life. Their career, their family, their friends, their social life, their business if they have one, whatever it is, everything is gonna level up if I can change 50 clients' lives. That will also get me tons of experience with fitness coaching, which is what I want. I want to grow that side this year. Got a bunch of other goals for other different stuff, but that's kind of my body weight. I want to hit like a certain number on bench that I'm putting a lot higher this year. A new all-time max, because I'm not going to fuck around and just peak my bench max a few years ago. I'm going to set a new one because I'm at like the peak age right now, right? Peak age of strength. Got to take advantage of it. But point is, and the point for you guys, is I'm setting my goals this year very high. And they're all kind of related to each other as well. They're all gonna build on each other. The mistake, this is kind of unrelated to the exact video topic, but still related to goals. I'll go on a side tangent here for you guys. Some extra little value, bonus value. This past year, I set a bunch of just random different goals. Like they're all very, very good goals, but they don't build on each other. So my energy was very diverted this past year, even though I was putting in a lot of work this past year for a lot of I was staying consistent. Like I didn't really go through many slumps. I went through a few, but not many slumps. It always bounced back quick. And I was just like putting in the work. But the problem was it was on so many different things. Like I had a lot of school to work on, which only got one more year left. I was working a lot with my internship, so I wasn't really like able to focus on business stuff too much, and then trying to start the business too. And then fitness like wasn't even in the question until recently when I started getting really consistent again. And it's just, be careful, guys. That's the one thing. That's the one biggest lesson I learned from this past year, and I want to spread it to you guys. So you guys don't make the same mistake I did. Don't spread yourself too thin. Don't set too many different goals that are going to pull your attention in every different direction. Think about it as you're like hooked up to one of those medieval machines that like stretches you out, right? Stretches your arms out and your legs out like a torture device. If you set too many of those, you're going to be pulled too many different directions. But if you set all those cables on one arm, on one leg, that's going to launch you, elevate you, and help you crush your goals this year. If you channel all all your vision, your goals, all your goals, and then put in all the work and take all the actions in one direction, you're gonna reach new heights. And that's my plan for this year. I hope that you guys will take something from that as well. And then also about shooting high enough. Like, even if you shoot way too high and you don't hit, and you don't get bummed out about it. I was careful about that. I like started to catch myself to get bummed out about it this past year when I didn't hit certain goals, but I was like, no, I had a good year. I had a foundation building year that's gonna set that foundation for me so my peak can be even higher. Those are just some lessons I learned from this past year. Hope it helps you guys as well. Go out there, crush it. Good luck.